plus our communication process, and at last I would like to cover the topic that is values of communication. So let me start with this context that what is communication skill? Right, actually it is important that if we are just dive into the topic that what is communication skill, first we need to understand what is communication. And communication is something which is like a concept of GB and KB. So right, GB and KB, so the question arises here that what is GB and what is KB. So GB is something which we heard these words in computer, that is GB is something which is gigabyte and KB is something which is a kilobyte. So communication is just like the process of GB and KB, in which we have GB is something in which we have a lots of stuffs in our mind, lots of data in this, and in KB we have very small amount of data. So what actually happens while we communicate is that we have lots of stuffs in our mind. We have so many memories. We have our biases. We have our past. And one thing we need to do is that when we are going to discuss something, when we are about to uh, tell something to somebody, we have so many data in our mind. We have like so many stuffs in our mind. Like we want to say this, we want to explain that, we want to say that. And but when we do it in a practically, we are like, oh, we don't have anything in our mind. So we don't have words, we don't have language, how to express these things in language. So this is exactly what is communication, right? So communication is not just a simple process that it looks like that it is, oh, but nothing is much difficult in this. It is just a communication. But in reality, communication is really, really important to understand and to learn. So basically, we are discussing about the GB and KB concept. So in communication, we are just like GB and KB. So when you tell somebody that I want to discuss this thing, like right now also, that in this video also, that I have lots of stuff in my mind, lots of opinion in my mind that I want to tell you this, I want to tell you that. I have lots of examples, ideas, thoughts in my mind. But when I comes to the point that I have to use language, I have to use words, I just have limited of words. So this is how communication is. So next point is that what is skill? So skill is something which is very important. A communication skill is very important. Like this is now a skill that when somebody tells you about GBAB, like somebody passes you something like your idea or something, and now it becomes your KB. Like when you get that material, it is in a KB. So now it is your skill that how you are going to convert it in a GB. That means you get it in a very small amount, and now it is your turn, that it is your skill that how you are going to convert it in a huge amount by adding your information, by adding your memories, by adding your biases. It's all up to you. That it is called communication skills. So right. So I think I'm clear about this, that what is communication skills. So it is very important that before we dive into the whole slides of this topic, we must know that what is communication skills. So right. So next thing which occurs in my mind, that I have to tell you that what from where the communication word came from. So the etymology of communication. So etymology of communication is where the word came from. So communication is a word that came from Latin word, two Latin words. First is communis, which means commonness, and second is communicare, that means to share something. So communication is something in which we share something, in which we share our ideas to somebody or someone or one or two other people. So we will check out this definition, that what is communication. Actually, there are so many communication definitions, but one place to person or group to another. So that is what I'm telling you in the previous things, that what is communication. It is something in which we transfer information from one place, person or group to other one. So that is what is our communication. And some here we are. I also written that what is the importance of communication, the fundamental to human interaction, essential for collaboration and understanding. So this is what communication is all about. So next point came that what are the components of communication? I think the main three components, like what is the process of communication? That's what we are going to discuss in this video. That what are the components of communication? So here in this, the very first person in this process or this cycle is your sender. So sender is someone who originates the message, or you can say who initiates the communication. So sender is doing what? He gets an idea in his mind, in her mind, a thought or something which in sudden in his or her mind, and now they want to deliver it to somebody. So sender is basically the initiator. That means who initiates the communication. The very first person who initiates the communication. So next in the cycle came message. So message is what is the thought, the idea, the particular thing that came into the mind of sender. That is message. The information, idea, thoughts which is conveyed by the sender. Right. So next point is that encoding, which is not written here, but I must add here that there is next one, which is encoding, which is very important in the cycle. Like after sender or initiate the communication, he gets an idea in his mind, the message occurs, the message develops, and now it's the turn of sender, that how he or she will convert it into a language or word which is understandable by the receiver. So it is important that the sender must encode his or her message into some pictures, into some images, or in a verbal, written, the symbolic, it may be symbolic. It depends upon the sender that how he or she convert it into something, right? So next thing which comes in the cycle is channel. Channel is something which sender use to send his message, the medium through which the message is sent, right? So usually this happens that whenever we use to send something, we got some idea to express something to somebody. We are like that. We just take something to deliver that message. We take medium, right? So here sender use some medium, like either it is your emails, your letters, your social media, your video conferencing, and it may be face-to-face conversation, it may be on call. It all depends upon sender, that how he or she wants to convey that particular message to somebody. So it's a channel through which the message is passing to the receiver. So next came receiver. The receiver, by the name, you can very well understand that receiver is someone who receives the message. Like what the sender wants to do is end in the receiver. So the person or group who receives the message being sent by sender, is received by the receiver. So here the work is not done. The channel is the process is not ended where the receiver receives message, because after receiving the message, now it's the turn of receiver, that how he decode the message, which is also not written here, but like likewise in sender we have encoding, in receiver we have decoding. So decoding is something in which the receiver decodes the message, right? So how he decodes the message, like in his or her understandable language, in his or her understandable um, way, like how he understands the message. That is very important. Like if receiver not able to decode the message, then obviously the communication is not complete. So it is basically incomplete. So It is very important to decode the message. And last, we have feedback. So, feedback is the complete process, the complete cycle of this channel, of this whole communication. So, feedback, which means that now the down of receiver, now it's a run of receiver. That he or she has to respond to the message and explain that particular message, or we need to respond to that message to the sender. So while in this whole process, when we have feedback, so by ending the feedback, the process is completed. So basically, it is the whole process of our communication. Next, we have this communication process steps. We discussed in previous slide. We discussed about the communication process in detail, but here we have some steps that completes our process. The first step is ideation. Ideation means that something, a certain message or idea or thought which came into our mind. That is ideation. The sender formulates the idea. That means something just suddenly came into his or her mind, and now he has to explain that. Now, here is this encoding. Encoding is the step two. The sender translates the idea into message. That is the work of sender. That he or she has to translate that particular idea, which is in his or her mind, and now it's his turn. That how he or she translate that idea into a message. So basically, why it is important that sender is having an idea in his mind, and now he has to know that how his receiver is going to attend that message. It is very important that receiver must know or understand what the message is all about. Without understanding, the whole process is incomplete. So it is the responsibility of sender that he should convert or translate his idea into a message in a proper words, in a proper language, so that a receiver can understand it. So next is translation. Translation, which I already explained to you, that translation is something which is a medium. Medium means that you have to go from this place to that place, but you need something. You need a transport to drive from this place to another place. So that is translation is all about. In communication, we have a channel, we have a medium through which our words were transported from one place to another place, and it is all dependent upon sender that which channel or which medium he or she used to translate, to transport his words in language. Next is reception. The step 4 is reception. Reception is the receiver gets a message. Means the receiver, we have this idea that receiver is now getting the message that, oh, the door is bell, the phone is getting knocked. He got a message, dropped a message. So now the process starts with the receiver, that how he or she will do interpret the message. The point is, receiver get the message. Now he has to translate. He has to translate that particular idea or that particular message into his or her understanding. Now the point is, the whole process now came into the hands of receiver. First, until we have channel, we all are dealing with the sender. The whole process is in the hands of sender. But after the transmission, the whole process came into the hands of receiver. So the receiver is going to now decode the message. That means interpret the message. Last, we have feedback. That is, without feedback, without response, the whole communication process is not going to complete. So very important that we have to feedback in the end. So the feedback is something the receiver responds and the sender receives the feedback. This is called a whole process, steps in which are used in this communication. So this is all about our process of communication. We discussed about the communication skill, that what is the communication and how it originates, and what is the importance of communication. Like without communication, we cannot we cannot imagine our life. We cannot. If I ask this question to you people also, that can you imagine your life without typing or texting in a day, in a whole day? It's not possible. Basically, it's not possible that we spend our whole day without typing or without communication, without communicating to others. It is important. Communication is important in every aspect of our life. Whether it is we are in a family, we are in an organization, we are in a university or schools, whether we are anywhere. So communication is important in every aspects of our life. So uh, we discussed about the communication, what is origination, process, the steps which are included in communication skill, and now it's important, which is the topic that I would like to discuss to you people, that is barrier to effective communication. So basically, barrier means something which is disrupting you, which is creating something wall between you and people, the other people. Like you want to say something to other, you want to discuss to something other, but there are some things, there are a noise between you and other people, which is not making you to do effective communication. So barrier to effective communication is something in which you are not able to discuss or pass your communication or pass your message to other people in an effective way. So here are some content that is written in this slide, that is physical barrier, psychological barrier, language barrier, cultural barrier, organizational barrier. So first we have physical barrier. What is physical barrier? Physical barrier is something which is like physically disrupting you, physically something not making you to do a communication properly. So physical barrier is distance and noise. That means you are somewhere in a place that you want to discuss something very important. You are in a very important meeting, and there are something suddenly there are so many noise there, that there are people, there are so many people around you, and you are not able to understand the communication of other people. So this is something which is physical barrier. That means if you are or some, we can take this example also, that you are in a very distance, you are sitting in a very distance and you are not able to understand what other people are saying to you. So that is a barrier to your communication, right? Next, we have psychological barrier. Psychological barrier means emotions, attitude. That means you're not feeling well, or you're not having that particular emotion to discuss something, or you are not in a mood to listen to somebody. So it's a kind of emotion that stops you to understand the communication. So this is psychological barrier, which is directly linked to our mind or to our brain. So in which we have emotions and attitudes, etc. We have all other points also, but I have mentioned these points. So next we have language barrier. It is very important barrier in our communication, which stops us to make our communication effective. Language barrier. By the name, you can very well understand that what is language barrier. It's a different languages or jargon. So basically, what happens that we have so many states in India. So there are lots of states in India. Like we live in Himachal Pradesh. We have other states also. Like we have southern states also. So it is not possible for us to understand their language, and it is not possible to them also that they will able to understand our language. So it is very important that we should generate a single language that connect each of us. So language is something that stops us to understand each other just because of words. So it is whole a game of words. Communication is just about words. It's about language. Here I have mentioned this word like jargon. So jargon is basically something which is used in a code manner. Like if we have army, so there we have so many words which was used in a very code way. So why it is used for in a code way? So nobody else can understand these words. So these all things are done for secrecy purpose. So if we he or she might not able to understand what is the person is want to tell, want to say. So it is very important that we maintain a single language to understand what the people want to say. Next, we have cultural barrier. Cultural barrier is that we have different cultures. By the name, you can very well understand this that what is cultural barrier. Culture means that we have so many backgrounds of cultures. We have culture of Punjabi, we have Southern culture, we have Gujarat culture, we have Eastern culture, Western culture, North culture. So there are intermix of so many cultures. So what happens that in but one particular culture we have something a particular word for something, but in other language, in other culture, we have a word which is same. The words are same, but the difference and the meaning are different. The meaning are different. So this is what actually happens in cultural barrier, that we have same thing, but we have different way to understand that particular thing. So it naturally make cultural barrier to us. Like for example, if you take it as that in India we do not take dragon as a good fortune. But when we move toward China, we can see that in China they have that very keen that they have a very good fortune by dragon. So this is what actually happens with the cultural background. So we do not take it as a good fortune; they will take it as a good fortune. So this is actually what happens with the cultural background. So it is very important that if we meet each other, if we communicate each other, we must understand that there are cultural differences and we must understand each other by communicating properly. So this is all about cultural barrier. And last one we have organizational barrier. Organizational barrier means hierarchical structures, information overload. That means something which is, when you get to burden with everything, you just not able to communicate properly. So it is very important that information should not be overloaded. Like it should be in a minimum, it should be in a small amount so that a person can understand it very well. So this is all about the barriers to effective communication. So if we start to uh, avoid these things, if we start to overcome these things, we can make our communication very effective and good. So this is all about my video of the communication skill, the communication process, barriers to effective communication. I hope you all get to know about what I want to tell you in this um, minimum video, in a small video, in this small video. So I hope you all the very best. I wish I can provide